the dark heart of the Manji clan's compound, Kunimitsu was caught thieving from her own people. For months, she had been secretly siphoning artifacts and treasures from the clan's vaults, her once unshakable loyalty eroded by the whispers of greed and ambition that had taken root in her heart. Just as she neared the exit, Yoshimitsu confronted her, sorrow and disappointment in his eyes. Gravely wounded by the betrayal, Yoshimitsu asked her why she would do this. Gripping the stolen artifacts, she declared that she had taken what she deserved, feeling as though she was owed more than just obscurity from the world. After declaring that she had betrayed the clan's code, Yoshimitsu's sorrow shifted to resolve as he placed his hand on his blade. Drawing her daggers, she faced Yoshimitsu, who unsheathed the cursed blade.
Yoshimitsu versus Kunimitsu.
Ultimately, Yoshimitsu disarmed Kunimitsu, the cursed blade at her throat. He declared that she was no longer a member of the clan, stating she must leave and never return. Tears of rage and regret in her eyes, Kunimitsu fled into the night, leaving behind her clan, her purpose, and her identity. Yoshimitsu stood alone, mourning the loss of what once was and what could never be restored. Haunted by her betrayal of the Manji clan, her heart weighed heavy with regret as memories of her time with the clan flooded back. The training, the missions, and the camaraderie. She had sacrificed it all seemingly for mere fleeting power and possessions. Through tears, she reflected on her descent into greed, realizing she had not only betrayed her clan but herself, abandoning the principles that had once defined her. In a moment of deep remorse by a forest stream, Kunimitsu washed her face in the icy water, confronting her transformed reflection, from a committed warrior to a lost soul. Yet, a spark of stubborn determination ignited within her. Though she mourned the loss of her clan family, the memories of dark times still haunted her. The abuses she had suffered at the hands of those stronger than her forever etched into her mind, and the scarring on her face served as a constant reminder. It was a fate she had vowed never to endure again, no matter the cost, even if it meant betraying those closest to her, those who had taken her in and given her a new life. Setting off into the unknown, Kunimitsu was determined to forge her own destiny, free from the control of others. It was a path marked by the pain of her choices, but necessary to ensure she never found herself powerless again. She walked away, hopeful that one day her former clan might grasp the reasons behind her actions, even if forgiveness was unattainable.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournament.
Yoshimitsu reflected on the shifting world around him. Technology and globalization transformed society, posing new threats and leaving the Manji clan grappling with their relevance amid rapid changes. He observed increasing restlessness among the younger clan members who questioned the applicability of ancient practices in the modern world. Even veteran warriors expressed doubts, suggesting it was time to adapt their methods to combat contemporary injustices. Despite these pressures, Yoshimitsu believed their time-honored traditions and code of honor were integral to the clan's identity. At the training grounds, he saw his warriors' intense dedication, which highlighted the division between eager younger members and the more purposeful older warriors. This underscored the need to bridge traditional methods with modern demands. Resolved to lead his clan through this transition, Yoshimitsu recognized the importance of collective wisdom and support in navigating these changes. Yoshimitsu convened with his trusted advisors in the clan's council chamber, facing the heavy task of adapting to a rapidly changing world. He addressed the group, emphasizing the need for evolution while staying true to the Manji clan's core principles. He presented Dr. Boskonovich to the clan, a genius scientist previously held captive and forced to develop technologies for the KGB. Under the agreement that the Manji clan provide the doctor with protection, Dr. Boskonovich would work on technologies to aid the Manji clan in their mission.
Спасибо, Йосимитсу. Твой клан защищает меня, а я могу продолжать свою работу без перерыва. Великолепно.
In the Manji clan's newly upgraded compound, warriors convened around a holographic cityscape. Kenjimitsu, a young prodigy among them, eager to impress Yoshimitsu, outlined the pervasive influence of a corrupt corporation controlling the country, along with many branches and facilities around the world. The Mishima Zaibatsu. The challenge would be formidable, requiring more than traditional tactics. Under Yoshimitsu's leadership, the clan had integrated cybernetics and nanotechnology into their arsenal, enhancing their abilities. Kenjimitsu, augmented with body implants, exemplified this hybrid approach, seamlessly interfacing with data and systems to strategize their next moves. The clan also preserved their mystical heritage, practicing meditation and invoking spiritual support to complement their technological enhancements. The strategy laid out before them focused on a covert operation to infiltrate the corporation, expose its wrongdoings, and siphon its wealth, giving it to people who need it the most. The announcement of the King of Iron Fist tournament ignited excitement within the Manji clan. For Yoshimitsu, the event was not merely a competition, but a strategic opportunity to undermine the powerful corporation and put many other criminal syndicates plaguing society on notice. As the tournament approached, Yoshimitsu convened his top warriors, emphasizing the dual nature of their mission, to compete, but also to expose their enemies. The clan intensified their preparations, engaging in rigorous training sessions to refine their combat skills and endurance. They analyzed their potential adversary, studying the corporation and its vulnerabilities while collaborating with Dr. Boskonovich, who developed new gadgets to give them an edge. The plan was for Yoshimitsu to enter the tournament himself as a decoy. The clan would then pursue their mission behind the scenes. The atmosphere was charged as Yoshimitsu, in gleaming armor, entered the arena to the roar of the crowd, facing Ganryu, a determined sumo wrestler fighting to reclaim his honor. Ganryu's lifestyle outside of the ring was his downfall, as his arrogant attitude and illicit gambling habit led to him being dishonorably discharged from his sport. Still determined to prove himself to be the best fighter in the world, he entered the King of Iron Fist tournament to prove his strength.
Yoshimitsu versus Ganryu. Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournament.
As the tournament began, the energy was electric. Fighters from every corner of the globe had gathered, each driven by their own motivations and desires. Michelle knew that every match would test her skills and her resolve. As Michelle prepared for her first match in the tournament, she was unaware that her opponent had a very personal interest in the pendant she carried. Kunimitsu, a former ninja of the Manji clan, had fallen on hard times after being forced out of the clan for thieving. Reduced to mending air conditioners for a living, she yearned for a way to reclaim her former glory and power. Fate intervened when Kunimitsu, while staking out the Mishima Zaibatsu building for a potential opportunity to steal anything of value from them, overheard employees discussing a priceless pendant in the possession of a young Native American woman. The pendant was said to hold immense power and was coveted by Heihachi Mishima himself. For Kunimitsu, this was more than just another potential score. It was a chance at true power, a means to ensure she would never be vulnerable again. Entering the King of Iron Fist tournament, Kunimitsu saw her opportunity to claim the treasure for herself. As she faced off against Michelle, her eyes glinted with determination and greed.
そのお守りください。
This pendant. It's a part of my heritage, a legacy I am bound to protect. I will never give it to you.
じゃあ私が持っていくから準備してね。
Michelle Chang versus Kunimitsu.
The ninja launched a flurry of attacks, each strike aimed at wearing down Michelle's defenses. But Michelle stood firm, drawing strength from her connection to the earth and the wisdom of her ancestors. The final blow caught Kunimitsu off guard, sending her sprawling to the ground.
This pendant stays with me. Find your own path. This one isn't yours to take.
Defeated but defiant, Kunimitsu retreated, her dreams of easy power shattered but her resolve unbroken. For Michelle, this victory was another step towards her goal, advancing in the tournament to the coveted encounter with Heihachi.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournament.
The convoy arrived at the tournament registration site in Japan, a location buzzing with activity. Fighters from across the globe were present, their motives as varied as their backgrounds. It was here, amidst the chaos of languages and clashing intentions, that fate, or perhaps luck, steered Dr. Boskonovich's path toward a pivotal encounter. As his escorts busied themselves with the formalities of registration, Boskonovich noticed a hooded figure draped in traditional ninja garb, observing the proceedings with keen interest. Kunimitsu, a representative of the elusive Manji clan. He had come under the pretense of participating in the tournament, but his true intent was to gather intelligence on the Mishima Zaibatsu Corporation. Intuitively, or perhaps desperately, Boskonovich seized a momentary lapse in the soldier's attention and scurried away, approaching Kunimitsu. The formidable reputation of the Manji clan had reached far, even into the clandestine circles of Russian intelligence, making their presence at the tournament a point of both curiosity and caution.
Я знаю, кто ты. Ты из клана Манджи, да? Новости о твоей деятельности известны во всем мире. Мне нужна твоя помощь.
そしてなぜモチ遺族はロシア軍の科学者を支援するのでしょうか
Я не их союзник по собственному выбору. Мой опыт, который использовался для создания оружия, может быть с таким же успехом использован для его демонтажа. Я могу быть ценен для вас. Помогите мне сбежать, и я помогу вам всем, чем смогу. Пожалуйста, умоляю вас.
Kunimitsu, sensing the sincerity and desperation in Boskonovich's plea, saw an opportunity for the clan and their leader, Yoshimitsu, to gain a potentially valuable asset in their fight against injustice and corruption. Through secret signals, Kunimitsu relayed the message to Yoshimitsu, who was stationed nearby, observing the proceedings. The leader of the Manji clan, known for his compassion as much as his cunning, quickly recognized the value in rescuing Boskonovich. In agreement, Yoshimitsu gave a nod. Utilizing Manji ninjutsu, Kenji used smoke and distraction to separate Boskonovich from his handlers. In the ensuing confusion, they slipped away unnoticed, blending into the crowds and then disappearing into the shadowy alleyways of the city. As they entered the gates of the Manji clan compound, Dr. Boskonovich felt a weight lift from his shoulders. Here, in this unlikely refuge, he found a flicker of hope, a chance to right the wrongs of his past, a new path forward, and in Yoshimitsu, a new friend.
ようこそ万事一族へ吉光が待っています
With Boskonovich now missing, the Russians had no choice but to proceed without him. Finally, Jack was entered into the fray. Jack's most pivotal match in the early rounds was against none other than Prototype Jack. Heihachi had caught wind of Jack's entrance into the tournament, and in an effort to counter the Russians, he sent the Prototype to meet Jack head-on. The fight was a clash of steel, Boskonovich's two creations pitted against one another. The arena, buzzing with anticipation for martial arts action, was surprised when they saw the next two combatants. They watched with excitement as the Jacks began their battle.
Jack versus Prototype Jack.
The battle was fierce, each strike resonating like thunder across the arena. Despite Prototype Jack's raw power and unpredictable movements, Jack's advanced systems allowed him to adapt and overcome, exploiting weaknesses only a creation could recognize in its predecessor. Emerging victorious, Jack's win was a statement, newer, mightier, and more advanced. The crowd, though unsure of how to react to the spectacle of machines in combat, couldn't help but be in awe of the technological marvel before them.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournament.
The King of Iron Fist tournament brought together fighters from all corners of the globe, each with their own ambitions and motivations. For martial law, it was an opportunity to prove himself and earn the resources needed to realize his dream of opening his dojo. Determined to make it as far as possible, he would face every challenge head-on with the resilience forged in him since childhood. Although he was unaware of it at the time, everything he had been working towards had led to this tournament, to earn his claim to be among the greatest fighters in the world. Marshall's first major matchup in the tournament was against Wang Jinrei, an elderly master with decades of experience and an unassuming but strong presence. Wang Jinrei was a brave old man with a kind heart. A practitioner of Shinrokugo Ken, he continued to embody generosity and kindness, even while living as a recluse in the Mishima Gardens. Wang was a close friend of Jinpachi Mishima, Heihachi's father, and the two shared a deep bond of mutual respect. After Jinpachi suddenly disappeared, Wang placed his faith in Heihachi to continue growing the Mishima Zaibatsu with honor, unaware of the dark deeds Heihachi had committed. As a former overseas Chinese merchant, Wang sympathized deeply with his fellow countrymen, always striving to uplift those around him while remaining steadfast in his values. However, suspicious of Heihachi's potential involvement in Jinpachi's disappearance years ago, Wang decided to enter the tournament to observe Heihachi's conduct firsthand. Before the fight began, Wang observed Marshall preparing. The movements were familiar, the precision unmistakable. Wang's eyes narrowed slightly as he approached Marshall. His curiosity piqued.
那些立场，那种形式，你是含血大师训练的吧？
That's right. How did you know?
啊，就好像我亲眼目睹了他的表演。他是我的老朋友，老人怎么了？
He passed away some time ago. He spent his last moments passing his knowledge on to me. It was so sudden. I miss him.
我明白了，他是个伟大的人。那么今天就让我们缅怀他吧，年轻人，让我看看他托付给你什么。
Martial law versus Wang Jinrei.
Wang's mastery of his traditional martial arts posed a formidable challenge for Marshall, who was more accustomed to facing raw power and aggression than refined skill and deep wisdom. Wang's movements were calm and deliberate, each attack calculated with precision. After an intense exchange of techniques and counters, the match ended in a draw. Both fighters were exhausted, but Wang chose to concede, recognizing Marshall's youthful determination and spirit. He bowed deeply, his voice filled with respect.
你是智德的年轻人，你们很好地缅怀了邪含血大师。我认为你们确实适合继承他的遗产。前进，愿你的旅程继续有目的地。
Master, I won't forget this.
你是一个有潜力的年轻人，明智地使用它。
Thank you, Master Wang. 老师 I'll heed your words.